Hey, are we going? No. We are, right? Aren't we? Yeah, I knew it. I was like, I feel like we're already live, man. I feel like we're already live. Well, then, fuck. I guess we're gonna just cut into this. And my guest today is a very funny dude, man. He's one of my favorite dudes ever. I have so many great stories of this guy. My guest today is comedian, writer, guitarist, and all-around artist, Drew Behm, everybody. Drew, say hello to the people.
Hi, people.
All right, everybody listening out there in whatever fucking land. Now, okay, man, today we have a special guest. He's considered to be one of the worst comedians to ever come out of Alberta, and that's why we have him here. Everybody always has the bests on their show. I got one of the worst.
That doesn't inspire confidence for me to be funny now for the rest of the episode. Maybe I'll just prove you right and totally tank this episode because you threw a diss off the top.
You see, but if you tank, it'll be funny. That's how funny you truly are, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, wait. All right. So, man, we're going to choose a weed here, bro. We're choose a weed from our cheap canna. They're not our sponsor, but they will be once they see how much we love them.
That's funny.
Cheap canna. Here, I always give them.
Dress for the job you want, bro. Do an ad.
Come on, bro. I'll do an ad for cheap canna. Are you sitting at home? Do you only have a few dollars in your pocket? Do you looking to get high? Well, Cheap Canna can help you get by. This week, Cheap Canna has Pineapple Express and Casey Jones on sale for $8 a gram. Make sure to visit our website at cheapcanna.ca. Listen, for real?
I'm thinking,
buddy.
let's do that. I don't know. I know you don't like that lemony.
I like whatever. Stuff. You can do whatever you choose.
Let's do the Incredible Hulk.
Wow. First guest to choose the Incredible Hulk.
Really?
For real. Pineapple Express is it still here? Pineapple Express usually gets chosen. And Casey Jones, I think we smoked last week. Is Casey Jones the one that smells funky?
That smells like a super lemony sativa, and I know you get all wired.
Oh, it is all lemony sativa. Wow, that does smell nice though. Fuck, I love the company's name is Cheap Canna.
I know that.
Dude, Cheap Canna.
That's like a car that has like busted whips.
You chose Incredible Hulk. To me, that smells awful. What do you crack? I'm gonna crack the nug. Let's see what this smells.
Cheap Canna's definitely not gonna be a sponsor now if you start dissing.
No. Every show I always talk good about them, but I always talk shit about this one. But I never get into it. But you're a good person to get into it. You got a good nose on you. What are you smelling here? Why did you choose Incredible Hulk?
Okay, let me see here. I didn't even smell the Pineapple Express.
And when you do choose weed, what are you choosing it for? What are you looking for?
I like, Courtney asked me one time, my girlfriend, she's like, I was like looking for nugs that were purple. And she's like, why do you like weed that's purple? And I was like, I don't know.
I think it's Snoop Dogg and early California rap. Yeah. They always glorified purple weed. So my childhood brain is like, yeah, purple weed. If it ain't perp, it ain't perp.
That's exactly what it was. And she literally stumped me. She's like, what is so good about purple weed? And I was like, I don't know. I actually don't know.
I love the way weed looks. Sometimes I can buy weed just based on the look. But I know what you mean. If there's a little bit of purple in it versus a weed that just has green and like orangey, I'm going to choose the one with purple in it. Right. Because the high that I associate with a purple weed is a body high, a deep muscle high. I love that kind of shit. You're such a funny dude, bro. Purple. Okay, man. Man, do you remember the first time we met? Can we tell that story?
Yes, officially on record now.
On record.
The last time we tell this story.
Okay, man.
The story a million times.
I'm gonna tell it. If I ever get the chance and somebody knows you and I at the same time, I'm telling it.
Okay, that's fine.
Man. When is this story happen? 2000 and what?
2014.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
That's how long ago this is.
Yeah, bro. I didn't even live here yet, and I've lived here. This is my 5 year.
You're an Edmonton local. Yeah, you were the first person to ever meet me in Edmonton. The first time I ever went out there.
Well, Danny Martinello posted because you were looking for a ride from the airport to the Century Casino where the Yuck Yucks is, and then my buddy Danny posts, hey, my buddy, he shared your status, and he's like, my buddy is looking for a ride. And then I hit up Danny, and I was like, yo, what's up with this guy? He's like, no, he's super cool. You'll want to pick him up. He loves weed.
You have rolling papers?
Yeah. Bang. And
you have filter? Check on the table if there's
filter. That's the thing I couldn't get from the store was the filters.
I have filters.
So then I hit you up, and then you're like, yeah, I'll pick you up from. I was like, yeah, I'll pick you up from the airport, no problem, because I was like, yeah, I'm down. Like maybe I'll need a ride from airport one day or whatever. It's like just like a help a comedian out sort of thing. Like pay it forward sort of thing. No filters.
Do you have filters on you?
No, I tried to buy some before I came here.
Keep telling the story. I'll be right back.
Okay. This is classical. It's classical. Come to my podcast and then fucking take it over and tell the story entirely while I go look for fucking filter papers that we should have found before because the whole podcast is about fucking smoking dope. Okay, so fittingly enough, the first time that I met you, I was picking you up from the airport, and I picked you up. And then the first thing you said to me was you pulled out this like big giant square like thing, and you're like, yo, you want to do a dab? And I was like, what the fuck? Like, you're flying. This is 2016, like 6 years ago.
This is 6 years ago, so 2014.
Yeah,
man.
so like weed and like extracts and shit were just kind of coming around. Like,
never mind traveling with them.
Yeah.
Never mind doing dab. I think I did a dab in the airport waiting or some shit.
You did.
Man.
That's what you told me. I was like, yo, you freaked me the fuck out because I was like, yo, you flew with that? And you're like, yeah, bro, it's just vaporizing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, as you're like firing up this butane torch that's
in the first 10 seconds of meeting you, bro. That's the first
10 seconds. And you told me, well, we had to get water because you couldn't, because you were
I was doing dry dabs and it was destroying my throat because all morning I'd been doing dry dabs in airports, Pearson and shit. I don't give a fuck. I'll go into a washroom stall, like I'll take a shit. I don't give a fuck. And while I'm shitting, I'll do a dab and blow it into my sweater and just sit there, and I'll allow the anxiety of the moment to, bro, it's gonna take me over too, but it adds to the high. I'm all fucked. Cause I'm like, I just did a dab in an international airport, and then I'll hear the guy was like, everybody boarding Air Canada flight 742 going to Edmonton with a stop off in Calgary, and you're all high. You're like, yeah, it's me. Yeah, man, I still do dabs in airports all the time, man.
That's crazy,
buddy.
to me,
I had
bro.
a 15-hour layover one of my last trips, and I got high all day in a tiny airport in the top of Newfoundland, man. It probably has like 3 flights all day, and you have to wait hours and hours for your flight. It was fucking crazy. I can't remember the name of the place right now. But yeah, Deer Lake, Newfoundland.
Oh, that's a small airport.
That's a little airport. I got high in that airport all day once.
That's so, and like
in the airport.
I want you to know that dabbing isn't vaporize. Like,
No,
that,
I know.
right?
I know that now. At
Like,
the time, I didn't.
I know, and I was like, as you're firing up this butane torch that's clearly going well above 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, I'm like, I don't think there's any vaporizing going on.
Buddy, I'm just
There's
getting
nothing
ripped.
Yeah.
You know, dabbing at that level is low level crackhead behavior. I'll tell you straight up, bro.
Yeah.
Like crackhead weed behavior. Like, because I used to do easily 20, 30 dabs a day.
Are you
No
still?
problem.
You're not like that anymore, though.
No, I couldn't dab like that if I tried. I can have dabs at home,
Yeah.
and I swear to God, I treat it like liquor.
Yes.
Like at nighttime, I'll sit down, I'll put some video games on, I'll light the torch, and Daniel will be like, "Oh my God, you have dabs?" And I'll be like, "Shh, shh, just give me a cold can of Coke if I'm dying."
It's like pouring yourself like a nice bourbon at the end of the night.
Yeah,
right?
dude, and I'll get all ripped, man.
That's what it should be treated, because it is like, if a joint is a beer, then a dab is like a shot of Everclear.
Dude, like a
you
giant
know?
cup of like, whiskey on rocks or something like that. Like, it's no joke. Like, you're trying to get extra buzzed quick. And that's the thing, man. I used to do dabs every day, all day for years. And I'll be the first person to tell you there is long-term effects that are negative, that are going to be found and associated with high levels of dabbing.
Yeah.
Okay, dude, I'll tell you what, man, I still smoke weed. I got nothing wrong with weed. I'll smoke the plant every day. But you smoke too many concentrates all day, every day, no matter how clean they are. Man, I'm a popular person in the weed community. I got good quality dabs for years. And I eventually, man, the paranoia that it would give me, it actually destroyed my partner's ability to smoke weed regularly. Because she did so many dabs with me that she couldn't smoke weed at all anymore. It was just making her so paranoid that it was affecting us. And it was affecting me. It was making me paranoid too. And I had to stop. I literally had to stop smoking dabs. But when you met me, 2014, that's like the beginning of the peak. And that peak lasted almost 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Where I could just bring a unit with me in a backpack and just drop a dab on a subway and not even give a fuck. I used to do that after shows. Like, say I was coming from like uptown or across town.
Yeah.
And there was only like a couple people on my thing. Man, imagine how crackhead that must look to somebody down the thing who doesn't know what. Is that guy using a blowtorch right now on a fucking bong? And I'd be sitting in that corner and I don't even give a fuck. I'd just drop a dab. Man, being like in your early 20s, mid 20s is fucked. Because you have so much confidence to just do whatever. I would never do that now as a father. I swear to God. I would just feel like such a fucking loser. Being like, man, that guy couldn't wait to just do that dab at home. But at the time, I couldn't. I would just do a dab wherever. I remember doing dabs everywhere. Airports, bus stops, international airports. Logan. I brought my dab stuff to Logan once in Boston, and I did a dab in the smoking cigarette area. I used to have the electric unit where you press the button and you just wait. Nowadays, there's Puffcos, but
I went to Europe this summer and I flew with I had a Juul cartridge filled with the oil. So I put it in amongst the regular Juul cartridges, and I didn't tell my girlfriend because I wanted her
No,
to,
you can't, yeah.
to not know or whatever. I didn't tell her until after we had made it through, because we stopped in Barcelona, and then from Barcelona we were going to Florence.
Sick.
And then so I made it from Pearson to Barcelona fine, and I was like, okay, that'll be okay because we're leaving from Terminal 3, which is the same WestJet terminal. There's
no switch over.
Yeah, it's fine. And then I had to go through the Barcelona airport again, and then to go to Italy. And that's when I was sketched, because I was like, this is unknown territory. But I don't know, the hustle was so crazy, these European airports.
They just had no time to even give a fuck about your Juul package.
No, it was just boom. And she was so mad, bro. Once I told her, she's like, I was like, I can tell you now, but this is a weed cartridge. And she's like, what?
Oh, no, man.
And I totally gambled this entire $10,000 vacation on a fucking weed vape cart. Isn't that crackhead behavior?
No, man. You're talking to a guy who traveled to America for years with loaded dabs and stuff. I don't give a fuck, man. Travel with all the weed. I would travel with 5 to 10 Juul cartridges. If you're gonna travel with one, you might as well travel with 5, bro.
I know. That's
because you might as well. If you're gonna bring any, you might as well bring the amount that you actually want and just do your best, bro. I've concealed, man.
That laugh means
much
conceal.
Drugs as a young comic when I used to travel. That it's actually embarrassing now to even think about. But man, we used to, if you were going to the East Coast for a couple weeks, you'd even pack a little blow. Who gives a fuck? You'd pack I swear to God, man, I would pack a couple grams and not even give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because I would pack it in my carry-on. Nowadays, I will bring weed on my carry-on. I don't even
You're
give
allowed
a shit.
to.
You're allowed to.
Yeah.
And okay, this is a quick little drop-in story in between the drug story. I got caught with cologne. Because Danielle packed my bag and she didn't even think about it. So she packed 125 milliliters.
Oh, no.
So the lady opened up my carry-on and there was a big, a half ounce in one bag and a little jar of another half ounce. It was just over 30 grams actually. And whatever, man. And we had all this weed paraphernalia. And she said to me, she's like, out of all the things in your bag, sir, I actually only need this. And I started laughing. I was like, oh man, isn't that funny? What a world. And she was like, it's crazy, man. And she zipped up my bag. She gave back my bag. We had this little little interaction. She asked me if I wanted to go spray a bunch in a garbage can. And I was like, are you nuts,
What?
man? Do you know how long I'm going to be there spraying 25 milliliters of cologne? I'm going to be here for fucking an hour.
You're going to be Mr. Hugo Boss after that, just coming on the airplane.
Man. I could never do that to the people at the airport, man.
Yeah.
So no, I said, no, keep the fucking cologne. It was nice. It was like a Dolce & Gabbana fuck.
Flying with weed is crazy. I had them bust my little weed jar, my little 7 acres. You know those weed jars?
Oh yeah, that jar is heat bag. I travel with it too, but that jar is heat bag.
I know, because it says respect the plant.
Yeah, and they're like, what plant? Bro, cocaína? Respecta los cocaína? Stop smelling my cocaína.
Yeah. But they questioned how much I had. They were like, is this over 30? And it was 7 grams. And then they had to get some kid to come eyeball it.
Yeah, did they? They're like, hey, come see if this is. And they're like, nah, he's not.
And they were like, yeah, whatever Brandon said is cool. They were like, cool with whatever he said.
Buddy, I've already got caught with a couple things. I've had stuff taken away from me. A grinder, a little plastic grinder one time.
Yeah, I had a cop throw one part of my grinder west and one part of it east into the bushes as if it was some Dragon Balls and I would never be able to reunite them together.
Cops are stupid. Cops are fucking stupid. When maybe not as much now when it comes to weed. They probably get it and they don't care. When I was growing up, man, because they weren't sure what to do.
Right.
They would catch you drinking and they knew what to do.
Yeah.
Pour out the beer, or they'd pour it out, and they would make you pour it out, and that was it. But man, with weed, they were sometimes, if you were nice, they didn't want to give you a ticket. They would look at each other like, all right, put the weed on the floor and stop it. I'll never forget one time. A friend of mine, Bruno, this is the coolest move I ever seen in my life. He palmed it like a fucking magician. He pretended to throw it on the floor and stomp it. And I saw him do it. And then we walked away. He's like, did you guys see that? I didn't even do it with mine. And we were like, oh! Man, we were 15 or 16. We got caught at a place called Dovercourt Park in Toronto. And we got caught at the DOV is what we used to call it. The DO motherfucking V. And cops, we had to spill our little 2-4, a little 2-4 of Coronas we had left. Coronitas. We used to buy Coronitas because we were so young that we honestly buying a 2-4 of Corona was too much.
That's expensive too.
Yeah, Coronitas was whatever, man. It was actually kind of pricey too. It was $30, but you felt better because it was these little beers and you could just smash them all day with your homies and just I don't know, but
they're less heaty.
I don't know why. We got booked with Caronitos one time, and the cop. This is like inappropriate, but the cop called us gay.
Why? Because you had Coronitas?
Yeah, and I never. Yeah, he's like, oh man, I didn't know you guys were gay. What the fuck? And we were all kind of like taken back, like you know when you're getting busted, we all got offended. We were like, wow, sir, you can't say that kind of stuff. Nobody said that though. We all kind of just like, I just never forget it. I was always just one of these memories, like, wow, that would never happen anymore. And nobody even kind of batted an eye. Like nobody cared. The cop called us gay for drinking little beers.
You guys didn't care. You like.
We definitely didn't care.
You guys are probably like, oh, is he right?
Dude, yeah. Just a bunch of kids from the neighborhood. Yeah, I always felt kind of fruity.
Like, I guess we gotta start getting the big ones.
Yeah,
you overcompensating by the super big Coronas. You know?
Yeah, he's gonna keep booking us so he can drink them.
Next
now
time
we're
you
talking,
see me,
boys.
you're gonna have a real big Corona next time.
Get Miller Lights next time, assholes. Real men drink Miller Lights.
Yeah, he's like, I'm booking you because you got the Coronitas.
And I want you guys to bring some cocaine next time too. This cop's fun. We always got booked by the same Asian cop, bro.
Really, same neighborhood cop.
We had neighborhood policing,
Yeah,
so that the kids didn't get beat up. That's what America needs is neighborhood policing. It's the same cops all the time,
so they know the area and they know the people.
They know the kids and they know that whether or not they're
yeah.
assholes or they're not. You know, you'd see the same fucking this guy. It's either Tam or Fam. I feel like
his
it's
name
Fam.
is probably Tam Fam.
No, it's Fam. It's Fam. I can remember seeing Fam on his thing, and all of us always thought that was cool because in Toronto, Fam used to be like a yo fam.
Yeah.
Yo
but
fam.
PHAM.
Yeah, but it's PHAM, and he would always just give us shit. And anytime he would see us, as soon as he would see us, his head would flick back like, "Oh, you guys are good." Ugh.
Yeah.
Because he knew what he was walking into. Just a bunch of kids smoking weed. Do kids even smoke weed on the streets anymore?
I don't even know what they do, man.
Like right? Do kids like go to school parks and schoolyards at like? What I wouldn't do to see some teenage kids smoking some weed in a park.
I bet you weed's not even cool for them anymore.
God, what a bunch of losers!
Or like weed, you gotta like wait in a line and like.
Dude, yeah, my dad buys weed on the weekend and my mom gets so mad, and it's like, why am I gonna get involved with my father and mother's? Yeah, man, my dad listens to Drake High and my mom hates it.
Yeah.
It's like, Dad, I don't know, man. You're making Drake lame, dude.
Are you gonna be open about weed use with your daughter?
I already am. I get high like 10 feet away from the kid.
Yeah, but she doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
And she doesn't even care.
Well,
I
yeah,
have been smoking weed around my kid for so long.
Yeah, the
that she
smell
does
is
not
normal
care.
to her, obviously.
The house always smells like weed.
Yeah.
I have a sesh room, and my sesh room is also a video game room. So
And
sometimes
also her bedroom.
and where we also get dressed. It's a small house, bro. And it's also our shitter.
Yeah, and our kitchen.
It's one seat. But the kid doesn't give a fuck. She knows what my weed is. She never touches it. She sees the joints, never touches it. She likes lighters because she calls them candles because we sing happy birthday and she blows out the lighter.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, if I go, I'm smoking. Dada's smoking. She say, okay, I'll come back, Dada. She gets it. Like I never say that I'm smoking unless I'm literally in the middle of a joint and she opens the door and I'm like, whoa, sweetie.
Yeah.
You become a pothead parent, bro. It's so nice.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna do it. You a quarter a nice couple. You guys are probably gonna have a little wee babe, just like everybody else is having for some reason right now. Ian and Sammy and a bunch of other Toronto people.
I can feel it. I was thinking about it actually
You
the
guys
other
are
day,
nice,
man. I can feel it, man. Yeah, we're solid.
Trust,
man.
you guys are nice. You guys are good little cops.
foundation.
Yes, man. You guys have a little pup, and the pup is doing fine. Promise you, man. It's gonna happen the way it happened to me. You're gonna knock her up by mistake.
By accident? No.
And then she's gonna look at you and be like, "Hey, I'm knocked up," and you're gonna be like, "I know, it was me who did it."
I'm the pull-out king of North Edmonton, bro. You ain't never catch me slipping, bro.
No,
I've
not
never
me,
once shot up
man.
a
You know how
nightclub.
lazy of a person I am. You think I'm gonna?
He just leaves.
Yeah, I
in all
pulled
night.
out after I came, baby. But oh man,
Are you gonna have another one?
yeah, man.
Yeah, you can't have an only child, eh?
Nah. We have a lot of fun. D's a mom.
Yeah.
She's like, I'll cook, I'll fucking clean, I'll raise this kid. Just go out there and go be
Go
creative.
get some money and,
go
do
make
your
some
thing.
loot.
Yeah.
And I'm actually one of those dudes, and I'm like, all right, sick. For real? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go work. I'll just do extra shit. Yeah, I'll work from Wednesday to Sunday. I don't give a fuck.
I know, yeah.
Wednesday to Sunday being a stand-up comic means 2 days of the week you make $25 to $50, and the rest of the week you hope to make $100 plus.
Right, yeah. Exactly.
And man, and it's a weird lifestyle.
I know.
Because honestly, bro, we get so lucky that my parents are immigrants, but they invested in some real estate and they got 2 homes back in the day. Like they bought the Toronto home where they raised us, and they bought a cottage when we were all moved out.
Yeah.
And oh my god, the beautiful couch! I just touched it. And we live at the cottage, bro.
Yeah.
Like we live at a
Are
cottage.
your parents up there too?
No,
Or
they
still in the
they
city?
come up on the weekends, and then
Yeah.
my dad's gonna be up there this weekend because I need him to build the deck with me.
Right.
I've been woodworking a bunch this year. I love working with wood.
Are you watching YouTube videos? Reading
I'll
books?
I'll watch the YouTube videos. I can't read. Literally, like, not that I can't read. I literally cannot bear the
it's too-
idea
yeah,
of sitting
like-
down and reading. I would rather listen to an audiobook in
Yeah.
a quiet room with my
Yeah.
eyes closed and some guy being like, and that's when Peter learned that life was more than just the road. And I'll be there in my like silence, just crying a little bit. Like, this audiobook is fucking wild, man. But I can't sit there and read that. If I read that, I'd be
Yeah.
like, what a fucking lame ass book.
Yeah.
Somebody reads it to me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I watch videos. That's how I
Yeah.
learned how to drive standard and everything. I literally just
Really?
watched some
So
British
this
guy.
is the first car where you learned your standard.
Yeah, I learned how to drive standard on a fucking sports car.
That's the worst.
Dude, it was the worst because you don't know how to give throttle to anything. So
No.
you just give the throttle. You're like, oh, is this how it works? Oh,
Yeah.
shit, I'm a moron. The worst is that people assume
Yeah.
that you know how to drive a nice. If you're driving a nice car, people assume you know how to drive it, and I
Right.
did not know how to drive it for a few weeks.
Well, that's the thing about learning stick is that you have to be okay with not giving a fuck what the people behind you think about
you are gonna make some mistakes, bro.
Yeah.
You're gonna make some mistakes.
Oh yeah, you're gonna roll back.
You're gonna roll back.
grind.
You're gonna have to hit your brakes and then over rev to compensate for your fears. There's so much weird shit, and then one day it all goes away on like your fourth or fifth day,
Right.
And you get it,
Right.
And you start and you just roll correctly, and you get into the intersection. And you start on the green light, and nobody around you even knows that you're a standard.
Yeah.
and you're like, I did it. Fuck yeah. Now I gotta teach my dad. Fuck. My dad's 70 years old and his cognitive function is going. So we're trying everything to get him to use his brain more.
Yeah.
Because he went from working every day from like 10 to 60, literally from 10 years old to 60 years old, 65.
Crazy.
Working every day of his life. From being a farmhand to a tailor and then to being an engineer with Bombardier working on like gears for years and years and
What
years.
kind of engineer? Mechanical engineer.
Mechanical
Wow,
engineer,
crazy.
man. And okay, so his brain was always really functioning really high all the time, constantly, every day.
Right.
And then one day when he retired, all he did was just watch TV. And then he started forgetting shit. So we're like, oh man, we got to step it up. We got to do shit for dad. Dad's getting like old people brain already.
Yeah.
Like that's how quick it's going from normal person brain to old person brain.
Right.
It's crazy. And it's taken 5 years since he's retired till today. Yesterday or 2 days ago was his birthday. He turned 69. He's not 70 yet, but yeah, he's losing cognitive function, bro. When he drives, he doesn't, he has no confidence. So we're trying to push him to like do it. And now he's getting a little bit better. And we're building shit with him
Yeah.
and trying to get him to be active again. He won't play video games. We tried to get him video
That
games.
I was just gonna say, video games are actually a good.
We
thing
tried
for
to
that.
get
Yeah.
it, and
Yeah.
we tried to get him like to play card games on phones and shit. We won't do it.
Right.
That's the thing with people. I think our generation, we're not gonna have that same mental like breakdown. I feel as a lot of old people who just sit there and watch. Today on the news,
Right.
and all for like 24 hours till they go back to sleep. I don't know, man.
Because of the constant stimulation that we've conditioned ourselves to.
Dude, it's crazy. We cannot stop thinking, doing, experiencing, scrolling,
Yeah.
listening, reading. Bro, like, are you addicted to your phone? Are you one of those peeps? Because I am.
I feel like I've been working on that consciously for like some time.
Yeah.
Like I stopped going on Facebook regularly like almost 2 years ago now. And that's been something that's been like super helpful. And I don't feel like the need to like check in all
Man,
the time.
how bad
and
is Facebook?
It's so stupid, bro. It's disgusting. I don't even go. It's like,
It's kind of scary.
yeah.
Yo, you get to see what humanity is thinking internally. That was something that didn't exist for a long time. You couldn't see people's inner thoughts. It was just part of what if you met somebody along the line of your life who had crazy thoughts, then that you just met that person and then you moved on.
Yeah.
Now I have them as friends.
Right.
That have grown to be normal friends that are like share such I'm not even talking about conspiracy theorists. I love my conspiracy theorist friends. It's my hate-filled friends that I feel bad for. People who share things that are like if all that, like when the Black Lives Matter stuff is happening, the people who just cannot resist going, all lives. You're like, no, man, just do a little bit of research to see what the Black Lives Matter means. Doesn't mean that they're more important or any of that kind of stuff. It just means they're trying to highlight that there's an equality in the way, the treatment of their people.
Yeah.
No, but I don't got no breaks in life, and I fucking
I know.
Or
Yeah.
remember for a while it was immigrants or refugees. Remember it's crazy how the world works. There's a new thing to hate, and then there's a whole group of people to protect those people who are being hated on. and divisiveness. I feel like right now we're in a nice amount of that. You grew up in Edmonton and Calgary. What the fuck did you grow up? Did you ever get to see that? Did you ever see like white kids make fun of other like ethnic kids and shit like that?
So like they're like I was fortunate to grow up in like well, I guess not fortunate, but Northeast Edmonton, the neighborhood that I grew up in, was like a pretty multicultural, diverse neighborhood. So I didn't grow up like surrounded in like only white. Like there was no really like question. Wasn't really. It didn't really come up. You know what I mean? Like it was just like. There was just different races of people, and that's just like nobody ever got bullied for being, because it was still the 90s, you know, like we were still cognizant and woke of like racism even as like kids in grade 2 or 3,
of course,
you know, and you're like that's racist, like that's the thing, like you knew not to do that in junior high. Making fun of gay people was not cool, you know.
What,
like
man?
I grew up like that,
dude, making
you know?
fun. We had so many gay kids in our high school that if you made fun of a gay kid, you were 100% blacklisted forever.
Yeah.
Done. You're done. How
Yeah,
could you do
me
that?
too, yeah.
They're so vulnerable, bro.
Yeah.
They already outside of these walls have to deal with so much.
Right.
Let's try to make, you know, like I went to an art school. Did you go to an art high school?
No, well, I went to a high school with a really, really good theater and dance program.
Dance program.
Yeah.
That's what art school did. That's
Yeah.
just like a, you know, it might not be called art, but I went to an arts high school, and we were like a ghetto arts high school. It was like the Catholic art school for the poor immigrant kids of the community. I swear to God. But one year we got a huge grant. So we went from being like a poor high school to like a pretty decent high school. Like we got all new IMAX, new instruments.
Oh, nice.
It was the best. When you're actually in high school, dude, it was just like a Disney movie. Like we got there the next year and the teacher had like all these cases on the chairs for the grade 11s and 12s. And you're like, what's this? And they're like, open it up. It is your new instruments. And we're like, oh my God. Ah, kids crying over saxophones. You know, shit like that.
Were you playing accordion in high school band? Or what were
No,
you
man. I never played no accordion in my high schools, man, because I was always so embarrassed. I always picked up other instruments that were cool to make up for the fact that I was good at the lame,
accordion,
like a
yeah.
lame instrument. And the only reason accordion is even lame is because of stupid Steve Urkel, bro. Steve Urkel ruined it, man, because he was so popular in the 90s, and he would come up with this accordion and be like, see, when I was growing up, man, in my household, my dad loved accordion. Obviously,
Right.
he played and I played. So we watched this guy named Lawrence Welk. Lawrence
Welk,
Welk is
yeah.
this motherfucking old school like 50s, 60s show, bright lights, dancers, and my dad used to love it. My dad would sit there with me and be like, "You want to watch Lawrence? The show du Lawrence." That's what he called it, the show of Lawrence.
Yeah.
Lawrence's show, the Lawrence Welk show, and he would come out, and this guy would always have the fucking best accordion players. I don't know how this show was so popular, why people loved it. It was this like man, it was like, you ever watch it? You ever watch
No,
it?
but I know of it. Like I know that's.
Man, I don't know
yeah.
how to explain it, bro. Okay, it was like this humongous production, like
Well, it's like
backing
one of those like,
band.
variety shows.
It was a
sorta
variety
like-
show with an accordion playing host from the 50s that I think it finished in like the 70s, man. Lawrence Welk, the Lawrence Welk show. Bro, man, it's like I felt like me and my dad would get high. It's like we were seshing and watching that show.
Yeah.
Because as a kid, like it was so hard to connect with my dad. My dad's like old school immigrant dude.
Of course,
So
yeah.
anytime you could relate with him was so great. What led to the story? Why were we talking about the Lawrence? How did we get into this?
I asked you if you played accordion.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
you said, no,
Lawrence
it wasn't
Welk,
cool,
though,
but Lawrence Welk had. Cool
I always thought
guys.
accordion was cool
And
because
Urkel
the
ruined
fucking because bro, Lawrence Welk show, everybody on the show looked like a fucking millionaire. If you ever watch that show, they all have gold rings and they're playing beautiful studded accordions, and you're like, man, these people are rock star accordionists. And then by the time I was not a teenager, but like a kid, the only other person on TV other than motherfucking Lawrence Welk playing the accordion, Steve Urkel.
What about, weren't you emboldened by Weird Al?
No. We
No,
never
that
got
didn't- no.
Weird Al never got into the house. If I had known about Weird Al, bro, I probably wouldn't even be Reeds. I'd be like Weird Reeds.
Weird Reeds, yeah. You'd be Freaky Reeds or something.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I
vlog.
already love to make satire songs. You know me, man.
Yeah, you do.
And I already love to make silly
Bro,
songs.
I sent you the samples from our band.
Dude, Tony Hawk is hot right now. We should.
I know, Tony Hawk, we missed the bandwagon on that, man. And that
Are you in a
blues
band
jam.
right now? Are you in a band?
I was playing for Dan Gyrie's band, but that's not happening anymore because whatever. But
Let's
you know.
just fucking make a band, you, me, and then we'll.
Well, what? I told you, if Beaks, like, I'm down.
Did you, me, and that girl and the Beaks jammed out pretty good that time?
Yeah,
too.
that sounded nice too. She's a good songwriter too. Reitz is you're a very talented guitar player and vocalist, man. Like that blues track sounded awesome, bro. Your solos were nice. It was, and we funked on the bass, and me and Beeks were in on it. Yeah, man, my bass was dirty on that song.
If you're listening to this right now and you've never been able to jam once in your life, please go pick up a percussion instrument and just go join a beach circle of like tambourines. Just be part of a musical circle.
Yeah.
There is something completely uplifting and freeing the second you join a rhythm with other people.
Yeah.
Okay, man. You don't gotta be the beginning. You don't gotta be the melody. You can just be the backing. You can just be the. Okay, you could just being that brings so much to the soul, man.
Yeah,
you and I have been lucky enough to jam and play music. When did you start playing music?
I started playing music when I was in grade 9.
No way.
Yeah, so late.
And that's how good of a bass player you are. And a
super late,
guitarist
yeah.
and a keyboardist. This guy's a multi-instrument dude, and he started in grade 9.
Yeah, I started
Can you
super
imagine your
late,
parents
yeah.
had fucking given you something as a kid?
I asked to play the saxophone when I was 9, and it was too expensive, and I wanted to play the flute, and then that was too expensive.
It's not, man. It's tough, man. You got to do that for your kids, man.
I know. I wish they did.
I don't actually know if it was too expensive, because that kind of stuff was too expensive actually for my parents too. I begged them, and then finally when I got into high school, they got me an electric guitar.
Yeah, that's
okay.
My guitar. It was because all my other buddies, like I wanted to play music, and then all my other buddies were like finally in bands, and they were doing they're like, oh, I can't hang out. I got band practice, and I was like, well, fuck, I want to come to band practice. I'm not just gonna be like a groupie. Like I'm gonna let me play guitar.
What was your first guitar?
It was a Squire Stratocaster.
No!
Squire Mexican 70s Stratocaster with a big fat headstock.
That's great.
3 single coil pickups.
That's dirty, man.
It was a Sunburst.
I have that at home. I have a Sunburst Mexican Squire. Yeah. Oh my God, man. I have that exact guitar at home.
Most people do.
Okay, I was going to say that. I was like, fathead Mexican. It's not 70s style. It's just like a 90s or early 2000s, remake.
That's the 70s style is the fat headstock. They did these fat strats. And
mine's from like 2004. It was like one of those guitars that you got in like a kit kind of thing, I think.
Yeah, the starter kit, yeah.
The starter kit kind of thing, but it's actually dirty, dude. I never got the amp or any of that stuff. I got this from a friend of mine. It wasn't my first guitar. My first guitar is even way worse than that and much cheaper.
What was your first guitar?
Was a Toys R Us first act.
Yeah.
Guitar that's a Strat. It's an all black Strat.
Yeah.
It's a Strat clone. I still might have it somewhere in my house. I don't give it any love because I just fucking hate it, because it reminds me of the struggle of learning to play guitar.
Right.
And how much I hated everybody else in my high school for having these great guitars, even if it was just an Epiphone or a Squire.
I know.
But I had a first act. Yeah. I had to cover the headstock in stickers because I was so ashamed, man. Because my parents were just struggling, but they didn't know that I was gonna become good. Because as soon as I became good and I fucking was killing it on the guitar, for my birthday they bought me an Epiphone. My mom bought me an Epiphone, not my dad.
Right.
Even though he's the musician,
right.
He was so cheap, and he's not cheap, man. He's just one of these dudes like we can't spend money. My mom for my birthday took me out to Long and McQuaid's and begged me not to spend more than $300 or $400. And she's just like, please, just pick something nice. And I ended up picking a Sunburst, as not an SG.
Les Paul?
Like an Epiphone Sunburst.
Oh, like the 335?
Yeah,
exactly. With the F holes?
The dot. An
the
Epiphone
dots,
dot.
yeah, the
okay,
dots,
the dot body.
Yeah,
Sunburst.
Yeah.
I actually have that. I actually had that guitar for years, and I traded it for a...
Telly?
No, man, I traded it. Oh, I wish. I bought that Telly for like $4 or $5 or something like that.
No, I saw
but I have a couple Tellys. Remember I have that fake China Telly that's dirty?
That thing is not... Was that the one from Facebook?
The thing's dirty.
Yeah, that thing is dirty, dude.
I bought a fake Telly off some dude, and it ended up being just as good as any real Telly I owned. It just isn't in tune right now. I have a bunch of sweet guitars, man. What's your favorite guitar? Because you got a great white Hendrix.
Well, that's the thing is I'm
like,
left-handed, so all the guitars I bought were like under duress for the most part, because like you walk into a guitar shop and you're like, you see a left-handed guitar that's nice and you're like, well, fuck, man, I pretty much got to buy this. Like, 'cause I got an SG that way. Everybody's got to own an SG. I owned an SG. I've owned 2 SGs. Really?
I owned the red and black one and the Sunburst.
See, I never liked the red and black one.
No, it was overdid.
It's overdid.
Dude, I had it for like a year and I was like, this is gross.
I know.
Get rid of it.
Everyone had it because they were pumping those out in the early 2000s, those SG like 400s. They were just coming out like in the same, and they had the red one and the black one. And I was always looking for this like worn brown with no finish on it, just like no
gorgeous,
finish, warm
man.
brown. And I finally found one with these like sick
God, we're such
humbuckers.
guitar nerds. We're talking about
I know, nobody's. I just realized nobody knows
the
what we're talking
patina
about.
finish on a worn SG. People are gonna have to Google that. Like, what are they even talking about? An SG is the AC/DC guitar for anybody thinking. Anytime you think of the AC/DC guitar, it's the SG. That's all I can ever think about. There's certain guitars that are just, Led Zeppelin is the Gibson.
There's a Les Paul, yeah.
And then,
Slash played one of those from
that's right,
Guns N' Roses.
Slash, that's right.
Guns N' Roses. Yeah.
I only liked Guns N' Roses in high school. Even though I was to rock music when I was younger, I liked only Guns N' Roses when I became like kind of rebellious in high school, smoking pot, because I finally got it. I was like, I get it now. I get it. Okay, I get it. I didn't like them before. I thought they were fake. I thought it was fake. I was like, these guys are like a hair band. And my brother's like,
the videos had them all teased up and like,
I know. And then you listen to cool songs and you're like, oh wait, they're cool as shit, man. And then you learn more about Slash. Like, oh, this guy's the real deal, man. This guy plays drunk with like cigarettes burning his dick. This guy's the man.
Yeah, he's like passing out from heroin, playing like a crazy guitar solo.
Nothing is easier to idolize in high school than a dude who does heroin and plays guitar.
Yeah.
Man. Dude, if you played heroin and if
you played heroin and did guitar,
if you played heroin and did guitar, oh man,
it's true though, man. There's something like this mystique about it. Like you're like John Lennon was in there, like the heroin holes, man. You're like,
if you play guitar and you didn't do heroin, I don't even like you when I'm a teenager. If you were like a sober guitarist, get the fuck out of my
like
CD
the dude
chain.
from Weezer. Or
Yeah. You're like, buddy, throw a little heroin in that arm, buddy. All right, it's an island in the sun. Yeah, you ever did heroin? That's an island in the sun, man.
I know those guys. I think they were drugged up. I don't know.
I don't know about Weezer. Looks like everybody does drugs except for that guy.
Except for that guy.
I can't remember his name. He has a really funny name.
Rivers Cuomo.
Rivers Cuomo. Yeah, I was like, that guy's name is wild too, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, man. Okay. Man, okay. So we got into music. I always think about how, because we're comedians, we should just either make funny songs or make really good songs, because there's no middle ground. I can't make normal music.
No, me neither.
I either make sick songs and I use my full talent and stage presence, or I just make funny songs that just people. Do you find funny music easy or hard?
I mean, I find that there's a formula to it. Like that comedy song is like pretty easy to write, in terms of like, if you're gonna write an original one, you just have to like take some premise and set it up in the verse, and then the chorus is the punchline, and then make the second chorus a different variation of the first punchline, and you're done. And then whatever. And you can use that formula like very well, and like kind of break it a little bit. Like Flight of the Conchords was like good at that, where just like they were able to kind of like,
Flight of the Conchords is a trick. They become the character of the song. So if they're singing like a hard song, they pretend to be hard. Yeah, that's just it to y'all. Yeah. And then if they're singing like a sexual song, right, they're like yeah, right? That's the trick.
Yeah.
Is that you don't just sing the song. It's not just a funny song. It's a character built, driven song.
Yeah.
Man, well, that's one of my favorite things to do when I used to do it live at Vapor Central, was to do that trick, is to give the character to the song. So I'd be like, well, what's the song about? All right, it's a country song about that. So now you're a country singer, and it's just much funnier than if you, instead of you just being like, yeah, there's a guy and he said this, and then, but if you're like, there's a man with a name and it's exactly the same as yours. People love that.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll die. They're like, this guy's being so fucking silly right now. My brain can't handle this silly.
One of the I got a trick that I do sometimes, because when I'm headlining, I'll bring my guitar, and after about
you're lucky. I haven't been able to really.
Dude, it's easy, because after like 40, 45 or whatever, you like, okay, you're done telling jokes, bust out the guitar, and then you got like another 10, 15, right? And
You've already won them over.
Yeah, you already, and then, because it's hard to follow the guitar, it's hard to do guitar and then
get back into your act.
Then downshift back into jokes, man. It's not the same, because
you gotta put the guitar down and pick up the mic.
Yeah, and
people don't understand how awkward that is. If you're watching in the audience, you probably don't even care. You're watching that and you go, yeah, what do you mean? So what? He put down the guitar and picked up the mic. Buddy, you guys don't know. If you're in the middle of a song or you're done your song, everyone's clapping, you gotta put down and then pick up your mic and start talking again. You guys don't know, man. Stand-up comedy is such an illusion. I don't know how.
You already broke it when you started singing.
It's so crazy. The ancient art of the stand-up comedian. It's used by dictators.
Yeah,
it's used by politicians,
business leaders.
Reporters, and the newscaster people, where they give you tunnel vision into what they're saying, and it's almost as if you forget that there's anything outside of what they're giving to you in that moment.
Lawyers.
Okay, lawyers, courtrooms, exactly. What they're saying is all that your brain can even focus on or even wants to. It's an illusion. Because most times in life, you can do anything you want and you can still retain some sort of like understanding of what's going on. But when you go watch a theater show, you go into this black theater in this black room and it's quiet right before the show. Then the curtains are drawn. Your brain you've already lost. You've already lost. The illusion has already taken you over. If you get quiet before a show starts, it's over, man. I always think about that in the audience when they're like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, the show's about to start, and they'll give it up for. If they're all clapping, it's over. They're already won over. They're already part of the show. What the fuck are they clapping for? Nothing. Nothing's happened yet. But they've already believed in the show.
It's called suspended disbelief, bro.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's called
There's
suspended.
Explain it to me. Do you know more about it?
Well, yeah, it's just like this. Essentially, what the audience has to have or will work better is that is suspended disbelief. So they suspend their own disbelief. So if you go in there and you're like, "Oh, I was walking down the street yesterday and I bumped into this guy," part of them knows that this didn't happen yesterday. This might not have even happened at all.
100%.
But we need to suspend that disbelief and buy into what you're talking about in order for this to go well. And it's kind of like this odd social. That's why I feel like sometimes when we talk about good audiences or bad audiences, the distinction is truly what percentage of them are coming in with a suspended disbelief. And if you have a majority of the audience, a white hot crowd, like amateur nights, bro, where they got those bringer shows and everyone's like, oh, he's the funniest guy. Like, oh, and everyone here is here to think. And they're just white hot. You ever hop on those shows where it's all bringer and you come in as a pro and it's just like Mark McGuire, like with a beefy neck, like coming in and just like crunching homers.
Oh, you guys like that joke? I was about this. I love on those nights when they're laughing at the setup. You're like, oh my god. You guys know when you take the subway?
Yeah,
woo!
woo!
Oh my god. Can we record an album? Is that set up to record an album right now? Can I do 45 in my 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Man, that's the dream audience. You can never capture that on an album. I don't know. There might be some albums or something to argue, but that's
You get lucky, bro.
If you get lucky to catch one of those, huh? Like a shooting star audience. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, man. Man. Oh, man. Don't talk about comedy, man.
I know. Sometimes I feel like though in recording situations, the implication of the album is like it affects their suspended disbelief.
You can't tell them.
Sometimes like
I know I've done album recordings where that's happened. That I know for a fact that if it was just a random audience, the audience would have been better than the people coming in with a expectation.
Right.
Fuck, but I love my albums. God damn it.
Yeah, your albums are funny, bro. I like your albums. Pot comic.
Sometimes I still get random people who will message me and they'll be like, "Hey man, I just heard you on Spotify," and you're like, "Who the fuck is listening to me on Spotify?"
Really?
Yeah, because I only listen to comedy when I go to sleep. I am the worst consumer of entertainment, bro. Do you know what I do?
Do you watch TV? What do you do at the end of the night? Once you
I
put
don't
the
do
girl in
nothing,
bed, what
bro.
do you guys do?
I watch The Simpsons. Danielle will probably play Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
And I will literally sit there and watch season 2 to season 13 of The Simpsons over and over. And I'll watch season 2 and I'll start again. Until I get to 13 and I'll skip a couple episodes. Then I'll do my favorites between 13 and like 30. That I know there's a couple little ones that I like. I haven't really gone through them, and I don't even give a fuck. I mean, people are like, well, why don't you just watch all the ones that you haven't watched? I couldn't. I just love those first 10 seasons. Yeah. And even the first 4 seasons, even more with Conan O'Brien and all that.
Yeah.
Man, there is something magic about the writing in that one day I watch it over and over again so that it's like ingrained in me, so that one day when I start writing again, like I can't write right now. I try, neither, bro. People are like, "Oh man, you better have a new 40, man." You're like, "Oh, what? Sitting the fuck down and watching the news every day, looking out my window like a fucking creep and making sure people are staying away from each other." Like, I got nothing to talk about, man.
Especially because it's such a combined experience, like everyone is gonna get up there and be like, and like you're just, and all those I'm not gonna name names, but you can think of the guys in your head are gonna be like, well, I got to the end of Pornhub and I didn't.
I got to the end of Pornhub. See, I'm the worst, man. I love a good hack joke like that. That's so funny to me. I'm like, see, that's funny, man. If some like open micer said it, I would hate it. But because you're my friend and I know that you're funny, I'm like, yo, that's so good.
That's not funny.
I'm the worst, man. I like stuff like that.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I know, man. Okay, wait. Man, comedy's a bitch, man. Comedy is a bitch because like the best. It's like the most fun art form, and it's such a sad thing that we're gonna be one of the last things to reopen and become part of normality again.
I know, just the gathering of loud people and like
Laughing.
Yeah,
We lost the lighter.
that's okay.
I'm already ripped. You ripped? This show's all about getting ripped.
Yeah, let's do it up. Let's keep it going.
You want
What
bong
is
hits?
this now?
CBD capsules. That'll actually sober us up.
Full spec. This guy's been smoking weed so long. CBD capsules will sober us up.
That's what happens. You know that? CBD will push out the THC in your cannabinoid receptors.
Shut up, really?
Yes, man. Bringing down your overall high.
No way.
For real, for real. Your cannabinoid receptors can only handle so much.
And the CBD is stronger than the
No,
THC?
the CBD will just be a layer. Imagine like you're layering it. You're absorbing that first joint, then you absorb the second one, and your body's still absorbing whatever's left, right? But if you introduce a new layer on top, that's the new fresh layer, and it's gonna kind of push down this, and it's gonna have to make. Fuck, it kind of almost makes your body have to get rid of it in a sense, like a toxin. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
It's like a brain squeeze.
some guy explained it to me way better. Someone is going to destroy me in the comments one day about that. They're going to be like, a toxin? Are you serious, Mike Rita? But yeah, that's what it does. It pushes out some of the THC. It's like you're diluting your high with CBD. Full spectrum CBD has become a normal part of my life, man. I just use it all the time just for life. If I'm going to go on a weekend trip with the family, I'll bring a little jar with me and just pop 2 in the morning, 2 at night. And sometimes
nice.
I don't even have to get really high all day.
Yeah.
What I do is like if we stop for gas, I'll roll like a little fucking pinner. But I've become that dad.
Pinner dad?
But and a pinner to me is like a solid one paper,
Yeah.
but still like a pretty solid one paper. And I'll just stand right outside while my wife is pumping gas and my kid's in the car, and I'll just be like, 20 feet away. And other dads will look at me sometimes and give me like little nods, like, yeah, I see you over there, you fucking stoner. You're like, let's go, bro. Road trip's got 5 more hours in it. I don't even give a fuck anymore, man. Honestly, that's when I want to bring back things like the dabs and the pens, because you can just sometimes get super high off those in like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, the pens are super convenient, man. I just feel scared about like just the vaping overall of just the vape, you know? It just
No, don't do it, man.
like the oil and just coating my lungs, you know? Like
Coating
I'm down with the it's
Coating
my lungs.
It's coating my fucking lungs in THC, but I don't even want it. I just want to get ripped.
I know what you mean, bro. I just can't. I'm gonna tell you, bro. I wish I could be a more pure person than I am. I wish I could eat more pure. I wish I could get higher on a more pure level. Like, I wish I could just be cleaner. And dabs seem like I know people would be like, well, that's the cleaner option, but it just seems like the plant naturally being smoked.
That just seems more human
It just seems like a more
than like
natural.
being in a lab and distilling it down and just fucking and then heating it up.
It just seems so methy.
Yeah, bro, it is. It's custy, bro. Bringing the
Custy,
word
we're
back.
bringing back the word
Bringing back
custy. That's our word of the day.
Yeah,
Put
ding,
some
ding,
bells
ding,
on.
ding, ding.
Oh man, word of the day, custy, brought to you by Canna, Cheap Canna. Are you looking for something to get high on tonight? Well, Cheap Canna's got your supply. Get them at www.cheapcanna.ca. Not an official sponsor of the Mike Rita Session Show, but so we're back.
Solid advertisement, bro.
You think I won't? So we're back. What were we talking about?
Probably weed, ironically.
I don't remember anymore. Let's change our topic. That's how quick I'll forget what we were talking about. You wear glasses?
Sometimes when I'm driving, I'll wear glasses.
Yeah, does
Yeah, I
Courtney
got
wear
a
glasses?
prescription. Courtney wears glasses when she's driving too. Sometimes,
But not at home.
not at home. No.
You guys are fucked.
Why? You guys are both glasses people?
No, these a human specimen when it comes to like that kind of shit. No glasses, never takes no medicine,
Really?
buddy.
No braces ever?
No braces. Never like really fuck. Like man, if she fucking gets a cut, like 24 hours later, gone.
Really?
Yeah. She drives me to be a cleaner eating person. That's what I was talking about. Pure. I would love. Danielle is borderline like able to eat clean, like fucking baby spinach salads with fucking arugula and cucumber with salt and pepper, no dressing. You're like, what the fuck is the matter with you? Well, who and she and I'm in awe. I wish I could eat like that, because wouldn't it just be great? Like, if do you eat junk food? I eat junk, but you're an amazing chef. Buddy, hey, you know what we learned how to cook this week or make? Pretzels. We made pretzels,
Oh,
homemade
cool.
pretzels.
Yeah, did you boil them in a thing?
With the
and
baking
with
soda, egg wash,
yes.
salt,
and then you
crispy.
bake them with the thick salt. Yeah, bro.
A little bit of Dijon mustard to dip in
Yes.
after. Wow, so
Ooh.
crazy, man. If you don't make homemade pretzels, just go home and make a homemade pretzel.
Yo, that's a good idea, bro.
Homemade pretzels, guys. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Easy
I
peasy.
make
Baking soda
bagels.
bath. Yeah, oh, man.
Similar process. You boil it in the baking
I
soda.
can't imagine it being very different at all.
It's not at all. You just gotta let them set overnight in the fridge. And then
Oh,
you
is that
boil
what it
them up.
is?
Yeah, and then bake them. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you get overnight
You
fermentation on
can't.
'em.
No. And then
Yeah.
you bake them in the morning.
Yeah.
You get everything bagel thing on top, or what do
Yeah,
you do?
everything bagel, and I did jalapeno cheddar. I make pickled jalapenos myself, so I just got some of those and put them on there.
You
with
make
some
pickled
cheddar.
jalapenos yourself.
Yeah, I make
You're
pickled
such a
and onions and
fuckhead.
everything. Yeah,
I
love
hate the
pickles.
ones. I hate the ones that I buy from Old El Paso.
It's so easy, bro. You can make your own pickles. You got a mason jar. You get a jalapeno.
We make pickle in Portuguese culture. Pickled onions are really popular.
Yeah, pickle. I've got pickled red onions. Pickled cabbage is good.
Yeah,
bro. Throw
man.
that on a
Pickled red
taco.
onions.
Yeah.
I've been making my own tacos at home with beef roast. You buy a nice
Ooh,
beef roast,
yeah.
and you roast it overnight in just salt, pepper, big chunks of onion, big chunks of garlic,
Yeah.
and then you rub in some like Montreal steak spice, and you let it sit in a broth overnight in a slow cooker, and the next morning you kind of just take it out, let it sit. And then I kind of tear it apart,
it up,
put
yeah.
a little, put it like a brown sugary barbecue sauce on it, or like a hickory sauce, and just kind of like let that, not too much sauce. You just want a light dusting on it, and you kind of like mix the meat around, buddy. And then you give it a quick fry, like because it's been cooled down. Give it a quick fry. You put it on a corn tortilla that's already been warmed up. Corn tortilla, warm light hickory beef.
Yeah.
So you get more beef than hickory, but it's just sweet beef. Man, you put like onions on it or a avocado salsa.
Yeah.
So salsa verde, so you put like the avocado, the cilantro, lime, all that shit in a blender with some pepper. And you just like...
Put that on there.
Oh my fuck. Bro, I'm so hungry. That like in my head right now, I'm like, wow, I wish that fucking taco place down the street was open tonight.
Oh, boy.
Grand Electric or some shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to Grand Electric in Toronto, Ontario for being one of the illest taco spots. I steal your taco recipes off your online. You have the ingredients and I just Google what the fuck they are and I do it at home. And that is a straight up beef cheek taco.
Beef cheek. Yeah, that's authentic. There's a place in Kensington, Seven Lives, that does beef cheek.
It's nice, man. It's a little fatty, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You can't taste it. It's been roasting for 3 days.
Yeah, exactly. That's my favorite thing about cooking is like letting stuff go for like a long time.
What?
So I like baking sourdough.
I'll get high and not be hungry, so I have to like, okay, so sometimes I'll cook something and I'll try to make sure that it meets up with my high.
Yeah.
So that my peak high where I'm starving meets up with right when the meal's done. And sometimes it doesn't meet up where I need it, so I have to let something cook. I love if I cook a chili and I gotta let it cook for longer. I'm like, ooh, baby. Oh yeah, I'll eat a hearty chili, man. It doesn't need to be like some people like have some liquid in it. I don't give a fuck, bro. If it's like chunky tomato with straight up ground beef and some fucking beans.
Just.
What's your favorite food, bro?
Oh, I was talking about this the other day with Courtney actually, and I think it's like.
I destroyed this couch. Morgan, you're gonna kill me, man.
Oh boy, look at that, Reed.
Did you see this right now?
Is that from your lean?
It must be, Morgan. I put it's. Oh man, we're gonna have to get patchwork done on this. This is the show couch forever now.
You got a sharp elbow, bro.
Dude, I just was like,
cut that thing we need to bring a cut man in on this. It's like
we're gonna have to bring in
fight.
that leather guy from Toronto, the leather man.
The leather man.
You
That doesn't sound like a guy I want to be around.
Oh man,
Leatherman.
Davenport and Ossington. Guy's been there since 1970 something. He is a leather master, bro. You walk in there and it seems like it's a store where you just like buy leather stuff. And you're like, do you make all of this shit? And he's like, damn right, I do. What do you want? You want fucking repairs? What do you need? And do you have a character like that? Like somebody that you love from maybe where you live now or from where you grew up? Like a local dude that everybody knows?
I mean, I used to live in Parkdale, bro. So
Oh man, Parkdale has some good
there's
people.
a lot of characters there, man.
Man, I don't know why. I guess it's because there's a big there's a big jumbling up of a lot of places that deal with people with mental health issues.
Yeah.
So Parkdale always has a lot of scragglers and like just
Yeah.
walk-arounders.
Bro.
Walk-arounders,
and I was
man.
right at Queen and Lansdowne too, bro. So I was like
All
right
kinds of
there.
walk-arounders over there. Queen and Lansdowne is one of the funniest places you can ever just stand as a human.
Yeah,
Okay,
man.
because if you stand on the corner and you don't move, you feel like a crackhead. And if you move too much, you feel like even more of a crackhead. So you have to find this perfect balance of feeling like a natural person. Like if you pace, you're like, oh my God, I'm a crackhead. People for sure looking at me like a crackhead because I'm a pacer. If I'm standing on the corner, I can't just stand there. I feel weird. So I kind of got to just like kind of pace around or
Bro, you kind of got to figure out how to. It's literally right. You're like, you got to figure out how to like move with amongst them,
amongst the walk-arounders on that end, man.
and then you kind of slide,
man.
and then you just kind of move your way around.
I wonder if there's ever going to be a study done into mental illness and drug use, because there's got to be like a great link in between the two. Just people who have underlying mental illnesses who don't look crazy, but they are like suffering from things.
Right.
Love to abuse things. And why? Why do they love to abuse things? Is it because the escape, the normality? I love that kind of shit because I grew up in a neighborhood.
Yeah, you grew up in a pretty cussy neighborhood.
Yeah, I grew up
too,
in a
right?
super cussy neighborhood. It's actually still kind of cussy. We have one lady who shows up and punches cars at night.
Oh no,
Man, so like at 2, 3 in the morning, all you hear is beep, beep, beep. Just cars driving by, and you just hear "fuck you," bam, bam. And she starts punching the cars. And then, like one time, I called the police, and the lady's like, "Yeah, I think we've already had a few reports of this woman." And you're like, "What? This is crazy." So like, these people slip through our system pretty hardcore.
right? Well, it's because we choose to use the legal system to deal with mental health issues like this rather than the health system, which is the biggest
Some
problem.
shit recently happened in Toronto with that woman, and she.
The balcony,
Oh my goodness,
bro.
How does that happen?
Who knows?
The worst thing is that the family called for the police's help.
Right.
Imagine
And then-
that.
yeah.
Imagine whoever made that call, like the mom or the sister. Hey, can you guys come help us? My sister's having a meltdown. She's acting weird. She's yelling at us. Maybe she has a weapon or something. We just need you guys to subdue her. Yeah, cool. 20 minutes later, she's dead. Dude, that kind of shit is heartbreaking. And when I was a kid, because we grew up in a like kind of a crusty little shitty neighborhood, you used to see mental illness. Like by the time we were like 6 or 7, we already knew what prostitutes were, what crackheads were,
Yep.
and it was all like it wasn't even a thing. You're like, oh man, watch out for that crackhead,
Yeah.
and it's because they were like coming down the street. You're like, oh man. And now I used to have jokes about crackheads, and now I don't anymore. I just can't do it anymore because I realize that nobody chooses to be a crackhead. Very few people choose. Like Whitney Houston, if she did smoke crack, chose to be a crackhead. That doesn't count. You can't be rich and successful. Okay, doesn't count.
Well, no, that's the thing is that did you watch her documentary?
No, what happened?
It's still that rule. What you're saying still applies because she had a very traumatic childhood and all that stuff, and the pain. The same reason
man,
that regular
see?
people turn to crack is the same reason that someone with infinite resources who can turn to
what happened
infinite
to her?
amounts
Give
of
me
crack.
a quick rundown
Man.
of what happens to Whitney Houston.
I don't know, man. She had some like horrible like sex assault stuff and like
Oh
she
man,
grew-
like
and
yeah,
then-
somebody touched her as a youth.
Yeah, and
Oh.
there's like, and then like her career was like totally like not hers, like coming up, and then she was with that guy like who beat her up all the time, and like and then
Pretty crazy shit.
Yeah, man, and then they started doing drugs together, and then he pulled her into this, and then like yeah. it's
Imagine
just,
how
like-
cool that must be to do like drugs with people of that like high ranking at that time. There were people getting high with Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown on crack.
Yeah, like
Imagine
I
sitting
smoked
in
crack
Whitney
with
Houston's $1 million house and you're just smoking rock.
or Rob Ford. Like, can you imagine like smoking rock with Rob Ford?
That video was so sick. Dude, those people, Rob Ford is sitting in like someone's raggedy ass kitchen.
Baby,
with,
like,
his
yo,
tie.
like-
oh my, and he's like, yeah, he's fine. Oh my God. Dude, that's fucking sick. I always think about that, like, because Richard Pryor was he was like doing speedballs and shit in like the 70s. So imagine that, like, people were getting high in that guy's sick house with his fucking monkeys. He's probably high as fuck making jokes, smoking doing coke and heroin in one big rocky shot. Crazy drugs.
Crazy. And
Oh,
you're like,
man.
yo, I'm just with the mayor right now. I'm like,
I'm
we're
with the
both
mayor and we're
blasting.
doing blasts. Come over, bro. Don't bring a phone. He'll snap.
Yeah.
He even looks at the phone. Is that thing on? Doesn't even care because he's smoking rock.
Yeah, he's too rocked out to care. Yeah.
Can you imagine how cool that is? If you could smoke rock with anybody in history who is a known rockhead, who you
Who's
choosing?
a known rockhead?
Yeah. Known rockhead.
like probably like just like one of the guys from Parkdale.
Yeah, nice, man. That's so funny, man. How'd you get here?
Have a little hit of the pipe and I'll tell you.
Come join me.
Come join me, young man.
I don't know why crackheads always sound like leprechauns, but they do.
That sounds like a prospector to me. Like, there's gold in them, the heroes.
Yeah, it's because they're missing teeth, and anytime you picture someone missing teeth,
yeah.
that's what they sound like.
There's the rocks in this pipe.
Sir, are you okay? Ah, man, that's fun. Okay, well, wait, time out, chill.
Yeah.
Okay. I would you? Oh, fuck, man.
I don't know who would I smoke. Okay, who would
Theo
I?
Fleury. That's pretty cool, right? Like
Oh,
he had
yeah.
like some like crack issues. I
Maybe
think.
what's her name? Amy Winehouse.
Oh yeah, known drug
She was
user.
a
That's
good
one.
singer.
God, I'm trying to think. No, I wouldn't want to get high with Amy Winehouse. I don't think she had anything like yeah, mate, it's fucking cool.
Yeah, she's fairly abrasive.
Like I'm trying to think of somebody who's like a cool rocket. Like see, like Richard Pryor. Oh man, I think George Carlin was getting into that kind of shit for a while there. That'd be cool.
He said he was doing almost 7 grams of cocaine a day at the height of it.
Man, isn't that great?
Isn't that crazy? And
Imagine what your face feels like.
It doesn't.
Yeah, that's funny. Oh my god, I just did something that I only do when something is so good that you said it. I didn't even laugh because I had to compliment you first. Oh, that's funny. I never do that unless but it was just so perfect. Seriously, there's interviews that you can find of him where he's got like his cool like Coke glasses on.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck was everybody thinking in the 70s? Why did they all wear those like rose-colored fucking like glasses like this? Like obviously you're all whacked out on Coke. Only people high on drugs want to see a pink world constantly, all day, every day. Yeah, that's right, Johnny Carson. I just been touring the nation. I want to thank all the college kids for coming out. God, I love that kind of shit. What I wouldn't do to be high on Coke on Johnny Carson. Like imagine just being at the
Like
height
in that,
of your
like
career.
yeah, like 19.
They rolled out the carpet for
Yeah.
you. Like you're not like not Johnny Carson wants to book you tonight. You're going on Carson. Like you know,
Yeah.
like you're like the best comic in the country. You're George Carlin. Your album's #1. You're selling out. Like, shit, you're breaking records, man. You know Steve Martin hasn't even come yet, so you're still like the best. You're all rocked out. Oh, fuck. You can't even feel your face. And over on your left is what's his name? McMahon. Fucking is all rock. He's all fucked up like that. You're like, all right, dude, man. Okay. And Johnny Carson's over here. And you just, man, we're on couches right now, so it would be like this. And you're like, yeah, Johnny. Yeah, Johnny. It's been crazy, man. My whole life. And it must have been such pure shit in like the 70s. These guys
Yeah.
were so rich and so well off. They must have just been. That's why they do those little key bumps in those movies. You couldn't do that nowadays. That's like 10% coke, 90% numbing agent.
Yeah, just some just some shabunkus.
Man. Best coke in the country, Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on record and say that. I'm gonna go because it's off the coast of everything, and nobody's watching it. Nobody gives a shit, buddy. I'm telling you, man. Knock your socks off, man. Oh yeah, man. The stuff, whatever the fuck is making it to Alberta is bunk, bro.
Well, Alberta stuff's coming from Vancouver.
Oh my god.
So
Maybe not though, man. But the BC stuff, though, the Asian cartel is what we.
it's
call
the
it.
exactly. It's all the Asian cartel stuff coming over.
Is
from
that,
there.
what do you call that? Right, like what?
Just
Is there,
sucking super press, bro. It's just super press.
we'll be back after these messages. We cut to a commercial, but it's like still us in the background. We're just doing lines. And there's like an ad for like cheap canna. All right, we did a little nose cleaning thing. All right, we're back. Man, when you were a kid, what was your favorite drug movie?
My favorite drug movie?
Yeah.
I really liked I like movies that happen over one night. So I liked
What? You like one night movies?
I like one night movies, like John Hughes movies, like like 16 Candles, The
Oh
Breakfast
my
Club.
god, dude! Like John Hughes movies will take all place in like
just like
dude, like a
8
fucking
hours.
room for like 7 hours.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
my god,
Yeah, I
man.
like that. So I liked what's that movie called with the soul pole and
Dude,
like
that guy wrote like
Dazed
30
and
movies.
Confused. I like Dazed and Confused.
Wow,
Yeah.
that was your
That was a good
go-to.
movie. I like that movie. I thought that was really funny because it just was like I wanted to be like a cool teenager and like party and like I remember when I was a teenager and I started going to like bush parties or whatever. I was
God,
like,
man.
this is like, and I like grew my hair long and I was like, yeah, man, like I am in Dazed and Confused. Like I want wanted to like live that night, like have one night like that.
Oh man, remember those? Remember your youthful excitement for just a party.
Oh yeah,
Just a fucking party. We're
party,
gonna go
like,
get drunk. We're
Cam's
gonna go.
parents are
I might get
gone.
laid.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, remember the idea of might get laid? Like, I have a wife and a kid now. I could give two fucks about getting laid. I'm like, if I get laid, you know how much work I have to put in?
it's
I have to
too
get
much.
ready. I gotta shower. I gotta wash my
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah.
I didn't have plans to wash my nuts. It's a Monday, damn it. I
Right.
washed it Sunday night and I haven't moved all day. No, it's.
I feel you though, bro.
I'll tell you what, man.
Different.
It's so great to grow up and go through those phases that everybody warns you about. And at the time when you're younger and you don't see that, you're not like when you're a teenager, you don't see your 20s coming. Then when you're in your 20s, you don't see your 30s coming, and all of them hit you pretty hard. And it's so funny because everyone's like, you'll see, it's gonna come, man. You'll change. You won't even know, man. You're just gonna grow up. You're just gonna break out of it. And you're like, no, I'm not. Then you meet a girl and you do break out of it. And you're like, fuck, I really like this lady. I can't just be doing drugs till 4 a.m. with my friends anymore.
Yep.
I gotta be doing drugs till midnight. And then you're like,
And then I gotta be square for her to pick me up.
yeah, I gotta be sober now because she's coming to pick me up and we're going out for ice cream and I want to be able to taste it this time.
Yeah.
And then man, like
That's funny.
when I met Danielle was such a like proper university student that it like strained me out. And then she came to Toronto. I fucked her up too because I got her like into the city life, and the city life was shit. Now we're country folk. We've
Right.
gone full circle. We've gone from like island folk. I mean, if you could live anywhere in Canada, where you living?
I would live in the interior BC.
Yes, man.
Somewhere like close to an airport, like somewhere like outside of Kelowna, but like in
Kamloops?
in like just on the
Kamloops
water
not that
somewhere.
nice,
like
no,
Kamloops. I've been there. I've been to Kamloops lots.
It's actually
but
in the middle
something
of nowhere. It's too deserty for me, bro.
Yeah, I would be rather closer to that.
Salmon
like,
Arm is close
yeah,
to there.
Salmon,
That's
Vernon,
nice.
Nelson.
God,
One of those
Salmon
sort
Arm
of
is cool
places.
because you're driving
Salmon
through like a
Arm.
little valley and then it becomes this like little beach town.
Yeah.
So nice,
Yeah,
man.
Coldstream. I don't know. There's lots of places in that. Interior.
I live on the Coca-Cola, bro. I just love the name Coca-Cola.
The Coca-Cola.
Dude, the Coca-Cola, bro. We did that drive, eh? We did the drive from Vancouver to Calgary.
Oh yeah, that's a long.
It's a good long
yeah.
drive, man. It was
Yeah.
a full day, but we got to do Banff. If you do it right, you get to go through Banff and for fun and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's great. We man, shout out to the Yuck Yucks manager there, who we got stuck without a hotel, and it was during Stampede, and this fucking guy let us stay at the Yuck Yucks condo on a Monday and Tuesday.
Really?
Nobody was there, and I called him on like a whim at like 9 o'clock when we were pulling in, and fucker let us stay. I was
That's
so
amazing.
tired. I was so fucking tired. We've been driving all day.
There's a squash court in that condo.
Is there actually?
Yeah.
What's the best thing? What's the best hotel you ever stayed at?
Oh, when I opened for Jerry D, I got a 2-room suite at the River Creek Casino.
A 2-room suite.
Yeah, and then the next night at the casino in Calgary, they gave me a sick ass suite too. It wasn't as nice, but it was like a big ass suite.
Those kind of gigs are nice.
Yeah, I didn't even need it though.
Fuck, hotels are crazy, man. I've stayed at some Marriotts and shit. I'm trying to think of good hotels. I never stayed at a fucking suite. Oh, I'll tell you what the best thing I ever stayed at.
That was like a one-off thing.
We stayed at we got to Glamp. Glamour Camp in Newfoundland, in Burlington, Newfoundland, which is like middle of nothing Newfoundland. Like population is literally, I think, 90. And but the big attraction in that town is Sean Majunder.
Yeah.
Is from there.
Okay, yeah.
So every year he puts on a music festival, and
yeah.
he has comedy too. And I was the headliner for the comedy one year. But we got to Glamp next to an ocean inlet where whales would show up in the morning and at night. So in the morning you would just hear. That's cool. And you'd open your fucking thing and there'd just be whales.
What?
And I swear to God, man, I'm a heavy sleeper. So Danielle and my road manager, DJ, all got to see them. And one morning while I was like out there waiting for the whales to come out, I was taking pictures of loons. And while the whales came, and so I'm taking pictures of loons, and all I hear is, look, whales, whales. And all I got to see was a fin and a little bit of water flicker up. So I didn't even get to see them breach or anything. But they got to watch them breach. They breached while I was taking pictures of loons. I felt like such a loser.
A loonser.
A loonser. I was truly a loonser. And that's our Canadian word of the day. You fucking loonser. Dude, the sound
That
of
sounds
a
good.
loon.
I've done a couple gigs like that though before. I should have thought of that. I was just thinking about hotel rooms, but I've done like cabin gigs. and like
cabin gigs,
like gigs where it's like they put
Oh,
you up
I've
in
had
like
some
a
cabin
log
gigs.
cabin.
Oh,
and shit
Vancouver.
like
Not in
that.
Vancouver.
Yeah.
We did Burke in British Columbia for the Great Canadian Class Gathering. Which
Oh
is
yeah, I
in the
was
middle of
supposed to come with you actually.
What happened to that?
I don't know. I think I got booked somewhere else or some shit.
We had you on. Was that little weird mini tour we were gonna
Yeah,
do?
we're gonna do that. Just never.
happened to that?
Did one show of the 9 of them
What happened to the one show? Where did we do the one show?
here.
Oh yeah. I was like, wow, shit. We even hit the road for a little bit.
Yeah.
I always try to do that, man.
I know that was nice though. We could have.
I'm always trying to take peeps on the road for little mini shit because I just want to build a road brand. I always think about this. Now we can't do it because of the current situation that we're in, but it was always to do a monthly 4-show tour. So every month you do Toronto, Montreal, Kingston, Ottawa. Toronto, and no matter what, you have a 4-city tour. You just work it out.
Right.
And each month, you book a new host.
Right.
And a new headliner, or I'll host and I'll book a new headliner and a local middle, blah blah blah.
Yeah, 4 weeklies, bro. That's the
Dude, how sick would that be? So imagine you could do that. Man, there's so much easier ways to. I wish I should start a podcast on how to make a living from comedy. There's a bunch of secrets. And the secrets are to hustle your ass off and make so much money in so many small ways that somehow you scrape together enough for bread.
that's about. That
and then,
sounds
when,
about
and
right,
then
yeah.
when you finally have a little bit of bread, you can buy some cheese maybe before it goes rotten.
Yeah.
Cheese goes rotten sometimes within 3 days. I buy like really nice fancy cheese, and I won't seal it correct, and I'll get that little blue
Because it comes
corner.
in the paper.
Yeah. When you ever like you ever go to a store where they have this like use that slicer thing?
And they give you a little sample, bro.
I'll eat. That's a trick. They don't know, but when I was a teenager, I worked in Kensington Market.
The global cheese, bro.
Oh my god.
That's how they get you.
I used
man.
to go. I still go there. That's still my cheese.
I know. I love
still
that.
got
That
me.
lady is fire, bro. She just gets
And
you.
she's down to give you. You want to
Yes.
try it? You want to try it? Try that spicy cheese. You can fucking handle.
I know.
That spicy cheese. You're like, all right. You
She's
try
like-
it. You're like,
Yeah.
the fuck is it? Who's eating that?
But you know what she
Turkish-
does? You know
Turkish
I've seen her
people.
technique? Okay, so say she's got the circle of cheese, right? And it's got a little bit coming out. She's like, how much you want? You want this? And then it looks like a nice sliver. And you're like, okay, that looks to be about like a nice amount. And then right as she's coming down, she cranks the knife like that, like imperceptibly.
Oh
Like you
my
wouldn't
God.
notice. And she's just like, yoink.
There
And
you
then
go.
it's like, well, there you go. I already cut it. And you're like, well. And she already greased you up with enough free cheese that you're like, I'm not going to be like, fuck. And then
What
like,
are you
what?
crazy?
What? I already cut the cheese.
If you don't go home with some aged cheddar at least, man. What's your favorite normal cheese and what's your favorite special cheese?
I like, I don't know.
You know what I mean by normal cheese, like aged cheddar,
Like normal
Monterey
cheese?
Jack, like
Oh, yeah.
some sort of normal cheese. And then what's your favorite specialty cheese?
Like I always got like a block of cheddar going on at home.
No choice. I always have old aged cheddar.
Yeah,
or I like
aged
smoked cheddar too.
Smoked cheddar, anything smoked.
I hate smoked Gouda. People like
You
smoked
don't
Gouda.
like smoked Gouda.
No, and
I
that's
like
the only
smoked
one.
Gouda.
I don't like smoke. I liked everything else. I'll have any kind of smoked cheese. I like. Smoked cheddar is the next level, but
I got some cheese with caramelized onions in it. the
I'm
other
okay
day,
with
man.
that.
It
That
was
sounds like it would be fire.
really
Yeah.
good, yeah.
What do you eat with your cheese?
Crackers,
Yeah, that's what you eat with your cheese.
wine,
You like meats?
meat, salami.
What kind of meats?
Oh, prosciutto. I like salami.
No, man, prosciutto.
Salami is nice. You
See,
don't like
'cause I grew up
prosciutto?
Portuguese, man. Prosciutto wasn't a thing that you ate like that. You had to go in the cold room, and it was like a dead leg. And it'd just be a leg. And your mom be like, you want us some ham? This is the good ham. And you're like, this is the nastiest fucking thing I ever laid my fucking eyes on. Why is there a dead leg of lamb that looks like it's got rotten, nasty shit on the outside?
Because it does.
I know.
Yeah.
And when you're a kid, see, like when I was growing up, man, to me, that was the nasty shit we had in our house. And my mom and dad thought and it still is. Clearly, people love it, bro. It's like a
See,
delicacy.
now this is why when you asked me earlier in the hallway before we started recording, like what kind of race or whatever, it's like I wish that you grew up with a fucking prosciutto hanging in your closet, man.
Oh,
That's
and I hated
culture.
it, and I got angry at it. I thought it was nasty.
I would love that.
That's funny.
I had I had nothing.
We
hanging. I
made
had
bread.
coats.
My mom made bread every Sundays. For real, bro. In my house, cooking was such a normal thing.
Yeah.
That when I started dating Danielle, she would ask me how I knew things, and I didn't know how I knew.
Right.
I'd just be like, I just know. She's like, how do you know how to cook that like that? I'd be like, I don't know.
Cook it.
my mom does it like that. And I realized that almost everything she asked me was my mom does it like that. It's so crazy how you pass it on to your kids. We do it with Aaliyah. Aaliyah does everything with D. If she's making bread, she pretends it's Play-Doh and they just make it and they just fucking... There is nothing kids love to do more than manipulate shit with their hands. Yeah. Like Play-Doh and all that kind of stuff. Buddy. Sometimes I'll just let her put her hands in a bowl of flour. You know how crazy that is to a kid?
Mix the water in there, gum it up.
Love it up, man. Eggs, cracking eggs and squishing eggs, yolks. My kid loves it. And then she'll be like, yucky. Yeah. That shit's the best, man. One time you asked me years ago, why don't I play just normal music for my kid? And I want you to know that you can do that starting at around 2.5. Remember you asked me, like, why don't you just play normal music?
I did ask you that. I did.
Why don't you just play normal music? Why do you play kids' music?
You know what's funny is I literally thought of that conversation today because I saw Rafi.
Rafi, bro. Number one. All right, but seriously, Rafi's fucked, man. That guy's Canadian. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Dude, okay. We're going to wrap it up soon.
Yeah,
Wait. So I learned that at around 2.5, you can play normal music for your kid and she'll pick it up. My kid's favorite song right now is Baby on Board by the Nannies, which is a cover version of The Simpsons.
Baby on Board.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it's the Simpsons version. It's a 1 and a 2 and a 3. Boom, boom, boom. Baby on Board. Dude, there's a version of that on Spotify that my kid loves. She can sing the whole thing, man. And you play normal songs for your kid. Eventually they like it, man.
Amazing.
You can do it around 2. When they're little, you can't. They don't pick it up. It's too fast paced and normal, and it just has too much rhythm. They just don't get it. Like they can't.
Like, John Bonham is too much.
Yeah, remember I was like, it's too much for the kids. They need like basic shit to learn how music works. And now my kid loves it. Like she can dig some shit. Kids love funk. They don't get funk, but they love funk. If you play funk for kids, that like it sounds like kids' music to them because it's just fun. Right? Funk is very is non-sad
it's very
music.
Primal too.
Yes, man.
Everything's on the funk, so it's kind of like kids can get behind.
It's all one. Holy fuck! You're right. I'm like, oh my god.
Bootsy Collins he's like, you want to know how to? He's got a 30-second YouTube video on how to play funk. He's like, you want to know how to play funk? Funk is on the 1. He's like, boom, 2, 3, 4. Bump, and then he's like,
you just fill the rest,
and then funk's in the middle, and then he's like, bump, booga bump, booga bump.
If you just learn those kind of tricks, man, you can play anything.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. There's no way to wrap this up. Did you have fun today?
Fuck yeah, that was awesome. Yeah,
just a quick little
very
podcast.
Fun. Yeah,
that's it, right,
nice.
man?
Yeah,
we all got high today. I'm all ripped. We've gotten notes from our producers that I get too high near the ends of my thing, and I felt like today I was getting high near the end of our podcast. It's just what happens. It's what it is.
Yeah,
man.
it's hard. Well, it's hard to talk for an hour or two and fucking.
I don't even know how long we've been here. Our next guest might be texting me for all I know. I don't give a fuck. Hope you have fun, yo. That was our guest, Drew Behm. Wait, let me promote shit. I know you have an album. What's your album?
It's called Gnarly.
Gnarly. You can find on Spotify and everything. Where was it recorded?
It was recorded at the corner.
Ooh, sick. Who did you release it through?
Myself, 100%.
No.
Bro, I did 100% everything. I recorded it. I mixed it. I mastered it. I fucking did the album art cover. I uploaded everything. I did all the metadata for it. I did everything 100% myself. Like everything. I even put the microphones on the stands and did the cables for it and everything.
But if I was that hardworking, I'd probably be a billionaire by now. I swear to God. Most times people have to do shit for me and then I can deliver. Like I like that's it, bro. Like thank God I don't have to open up a comedy club. You know, I just got to show up and be there. Because I could never be that guy. Like our recording today, I could never do this. I got nothing in it, man. I can't believe that you did that. You're the man,
bro. It's 2 mics, a Zoom. You know, you can
2 mics in a Zoom.
You can figure out how to plug that in.
You already lost me at Zoom. You're the man, Drew.
Thank you.
Let's do some CBD caps and go home.
Okay.
You're the best,
Respect.
man. Yo, that's been our show. Thank you to Cheap Canna for being our unofficial sponsor. Our production crew at McCaw Studios. We love you guys. Tune into the rest of our show. Subscribe, like all that shit. I'm your host, Mike Rita. I'm ripped, and I hope you are too.
All right, that's great.